The Galactic Council's chamber, a massive arena with stars glittering through its crystalline dome, was the seat of ultimate authority. Here, representatives from countless civilizations convened to maintain peace and enforce laws among the known galaxy species. On this day, the chamber was filled with murmurs and tension. The accused, a 5-year-old human child named Lila, her wide, tearful eyes reflecting the cold, imposing forms of alien delegates towering over her. She was accused of wielding forbidden technology, a relic of Earth's enigmatic past. A cylindrical artifact, pulsing faintly with golden energy, hovered in the evidence chamber. It had activated when Lila touched it during a visit to a galactic museum on Sirius 4. The artifact vaporized a nearby security drone in a blink, raising alarms. The council demanded justice. The child's actions risked the annihilation of the station, growled Counselor Vorshik, a serpent-like being whose elongated frame coiled menacingly. Earth must answer for its recklessness. Earth's representative, Ambassador Kira Zhang, pleaded with the council. This is absurd. She's just a child. The artifact activated by accident. She didn't mean. Enough! Boomed the Arbiter, a floating sphere of luminous energy. The law is clear. The punishment for handling forbidden tech is immediate termination. Ambassador Zhang's voice cracked as she screamed, "You can't. You don't know what you're about to awaken." The council ignored her. Lila was led to a platform where a cold, mechanical arm extended. A sharp burst of light followed, and silence blanketed the chamber. Earth received the transmission 0.07 seconds later. Every device in the Sol system displayed the message, "Judgment carried out. Earth's citizen terminated for crimes against galactic peace." The reaction was instantaneous. Across continents, a deep-seated fury boiled. This wasn't just a murder. It was a declaration of war. Ambassador Zhang's final transmission to Earth, just before the Council guards detained her, reached the hidden frequencies of the Terran Defense Initiative. They don't know what we've kept hidden. God help them when they find out. In the shadow of Earth's moon, beneath layers of camouflage and defense arrays, ancient machines stirred. The ancient fleet was humanity's most guarded secret, a relic from a time when Earth had ruled the stars with fire and iron before voluntarily retreating to rebuild its fractured civilization. Admiral Jackson Greaves stood on the command bridge of Erebus Prime, the flagship of Earth's ancient fleet. Massive holoscreens displayed the readiness status of the fleet's vessels. "These ships haven't flown in over 1,000 years," Greaves muttered. "They were built for this," replied Commodore Ellis, her tone cold. "Humanity always knew the day would come when we'd need them again." The fleet was an armada of Leviathan ships, their hulls forged from living metal and powered by energy cores older than most Council civilizations. Their AI, once dormant, now whispered through the corridors, humming ancient battle hymns. One ship stood out among the others, Erebus Prime, humanity's dreadnought. Its silhouette eclipsed the moon, bristling with weapons whose very existence violated the Council's sacred treaties. Before the fleet launched, Earth transmitted a simple message to the Council. "You took one of ours. We're coming for all of yours." The Galactic Council's chamber buzzed with unease as Earth's message was broadcast across its network. Delegates argued, their voices overlapping in a cacophony of disbelief and fear. "They wouldn't dare," hissed Vorshik. "Humans are primitives. They lack the resources or the technology to challenge us." "Are you so sure?" retorted High Envoy Kthar, a crystalline being whose race's archives whispered of humanity's lost empire. "The artifacts we've uncovered suggest they've hidden much from us." The Arbiter's voice silenced the chamber. "Mobilize the Council fleet. If Earth wishes to invite extinction, we shall oblige." On Earth, the ancient fleet came alive with a symphony of engines igniting for the first time in millennia. Crowds gathered worldwide, watching in awe as ships ascended from hidden bases beneath oceans, deserts, and mountain ranges. Admiral Greaves addressed humanity from the bridge of Erebus Prime. His holographic visage was projected into every home. They murdered one of our children. The Council thought us weak, fragmented, incapable of striking back. Today, we remind the galaxy who we are. Stand tall, humanity. This is not just vengeance. This is justice. With a thunderous roar, the fleet breached the atmosphere, vanishing into the void. Near Proxima Centauri, the Council's advanced fleet waited. It was an armada of 1,000 ships, their sleek, organic designs shimmering with adaptive energy shields. Captain Retavel of the lead vessel smirked as the humans' fleet emerged from hyperspace. Pathetic, he muttered, noting the Terran ship's boxy, utilitarian designs. They're centuries behind us. Erebus Prime led the formation, its imposing figure dwarfing even the largest Council dreadnought. Without warning, it launched the first strike. A pulse cannon discharged a beam of golden light, tearing through the fabric of space and obliterating 3 Council ships in an instant. "What?" Retavel shouted. "Shields weren't even breached." "How?" His words were cut short as a swarm of Earth's fighter drones descended, their small, agile forms slicing through the Council's defenses. These drones didn't fire conventional weapons. They unleashed nanite storms that consumed hulls, converting them into fuel to replicate themselves. Panic swept through the Council fleet. Advanced energy shields and countermeasures proved useless against the Terran onslaught. Erebus Prime moved methodically, targeting key ships with its precision strikes. Within an hour, the Council's once mighty fleet was reduced to debris. News of the catastrophic loss reached the Council. Delegates screamed for retaliation. "We must deploy the primordial array," cried Vorshik, referring to the Council's most devastating superweapon, buried deep within the galactic core, that would doom entire star systems. Protested Envoy Thar. The Arbiter deliberated, its glowing form dimming. Humanity's defiance threatens all we have built. The primordial array may be our only option. As they debated, a new transmission from Earth interrupted the proceedings. The image of Admiral Greaves appeared, his expression cold. Behind him, the bridge crew worked with military precision. "Counselors," he began, "you claimed dominion over the galaxy by silencing dissent. You assumed humanity's retreat was submission. It wasn't. It was preparation." He gestured to a holographic map of the galaxy, where red markers began appearing. "We've awakened more than just a fleet. Hidden across the stars are vaults containing humanity's greatest weapons. You will not find them all before they find you." Earth's fleet struck, like a phantom across the galaxy, targeting Council outposts and supply lines with surgical precision. Each assault left the Council reeling, their ships unable to counter the humans' unpredictable tactics. But Earth's true strength wasn't just its technology. It was its people. Spies infiltrated Council systems, turning their own AI against them. Propaganda spread, sowing dissent among member civilizations, many of whom had long resented the Council's oppressive rule. The Galactic Council's unity began to crumble. Minor civilizations refused to send reinforcements, fearing they would become targets of humanity's wrath. In a final act of defiance, the Council sent a fleet of 5,000 ships to intercept Erebus Prime near the galactic center. It was the largest force ever assembled. Admiral Greaves stood on the bridge, watching as the fleet appeared on the holoscreens. "Commodore Ellis," he said calmly, "fire the Nova Lance." The Nova Lance was a weapon of unimaginable power, capable of collapsing stars. A beam of white-hot energy erupted from Erebus Prime, slicing through space and igniting the gases of a nearby nebula. The explosion consumed the Council fleet in a cascade of blinding light. The message was clear. Earth had the power to destroy not just ships, but entire regions of space. The Galactic Council, now fractured and desperate, faced a choice: surrender to humanity or risk annihilation. But Earth's true motives remained shrouded in mystery. Was this merely vengeance? Or did humanity have a far greater plan for the galaxy? Far away, hidden deep within the ruins of an ancient Earth colony, a new threat stirred. Something even the humans hadn't anticipated. The The shattered remains of the Council fleet drifted in the glowing aftermath of the Nova Lance. Across the galaxy, whispers of the humans' power spread like wildfire. Once dismissed as relics of a bygone age, humanity was now a symbol of unbridled might and an existential threat to the established order. On Earth, Admiral Greaves watched the latest intelligence reports from his command console. The Council had ceased all communications. Their scattered fleets were retreating to their home systems, leaving minor colonies and allied species unprotected. "They're scared," Commodore Ellis remarked. "Good. Let them tremble." Greaves, however, wasn't smiling. He studied the holographic map before him. Despite their victories, humanity's resurgence had painted a target on Earth. "Fear breeds desperation," he said grimly. "Cornered beasts are the most dangerous." In the Council's primary stronghold, a fortress world buried deep within a star cluster protected by dimensional shielding, panic ruled. The Arbiter floated silently as the delegates descended into chaos. "They've weaponized relics beyond our comprehension," shouted Counselor Vorshik. "We cannot win this war." High Envoy Cthar raised a crystalline hand. "Perhaps we never could." The Council was built on the suppression of knowledge, of humanity's true history, of their lost empire. We assumed they would remain fragmented, ignorant. We were wrong. The Arbiter's luminous form pulsed with rare intensity. "Then we must act decisively. Activate the primordial array." Gasps filled the chamber. The array was no mere weapon. It was a relic from a civilization predating even the Council, a device capable of unmaking matter across entire star systems. Its use was forbidden, for it risked collapsing the fragile fabric of galactic stability. Vorshik snarled, "Better a ruined galaxy than one ruled by humans." On board Erebus Prime, an encrypted signal from Earth's intelligence network arrived. Greaves leaned forward as the message played. The Council was preparing the primordial array. The footage showed a massive structure built into a dying star, pulsating with barely contained energy. Ellis swore under her breath, "If they fire that thing, they won't get the chance." Greaves interrupted, "Prepare the fleet. We're taking the fight to them." The Admiral's orders were clear. Erebus Prime would lead a vanguard to disable the array, while the rest of the ancient fleet launched simultaneous strikes on the Council's core systems to sow chaos and divide their attention. But before the fleet could move, a new transmission arrived from deep space. The message was garbled at first, a series of tones and symbols that Earth's AI quickly decoded. When the translation was complete, Greaves and Ellis stared at the screen in stunned silence. The message read, "We are the architects. Your reawakening has triggered ours. Humanity, we observe your actions with interest. Proceed, and you may face us." The architects were legends, whispered among scholars and conspiracy theorists. They were said to be the creators of humanity's ancient relics, the true architects of Earth's lost empire. If they had survived, their power likely dwarfed anything the Council, or humanity, could muster. "Do we respond?" Ellis asked. Greaves shook his head. "No. They're watching, but they haven't intervened. Not yet. Let's hope it stays that way." The fleet arrived at the array's location, emerging from hyperspace into the blinding light of a dying star. The array's immense structure was guarded by a Council armada, its ships arrayed like a phalanx around the weapon. Erebus Prime wasted no time. It unleashed its full arsenal, a storm of kinetic and energy-based weapons that tore through the Council's defenses. The human fleet followed, their tactics unpredictable and brutal. The battle was chaotic, with debris and fire filling the void. Earth's forces pushed forward relentlessly, but the array's activation sequence had already begun. "We're out of time," Ellis said, scanning the readouts. "The array's core is stabilizing. If it fires..." "It won't," Greaves replied. "Not if we overload it." He gave the order. Erebus Prime would sacrifice its core, a controlled detonation to destabilize the array. The crew protested, but Greaves silenced them. If this weapon fires, Earth burns. Humanity burns. You know your duty. The ship's AI, ancient and sentient, chimed in. Admiral, I have calculated a 17% chance of survival for the vessel post-detonation. Shall I proceed? Greaves smirked. I like those odds. Do it. As Erebus Prime powered its core for the suicide run, the dying star's light dimmed unnaturally. The battlefield was plunged into darkness. Then they appeared, massive constructs, their forms incomprehensibly vast and intricate, materialized around the array. They were silent, their surfaces rippling with energy that seemed to warp reality itself. The Council fleet ceased fire, their ships retreating in disarray. A single voice echoed across all channels, human, council, and beyond. This conflict is an abomination. Humanity, you stand at a precipice. Prove your worth or face erasure. The constructs turned their attention to the primordial array. With a single pulse of energy, they unraveled it. The weapon, the star it fed on, and the surrounding space vanished, leaving only a cold void. Greaves stared in awe. What just happened? Ellis whispered, The architects had revealed themselves, their power far surpassing anything humanity or the Council could comprehend. But their intentions remained unclear. Were they allies, enemies, or something else entirely? And as the Council retreated, Earth faced a new question. Would humanity rise to meet the architects' challenge or fall to their judgment?